You're welcome.
Oh
She said
man.
it was very relaxing. She's being shy. Yes.
That's good.
Um,
This is what happens when you drop your phone on the computer.
don't worry.
As I was saying, anybody got any questions or observations for me before we continue? Or is everybody content, relaxed, maybe taking a nap?
We had one of our kiddos say that
Mm,
she thought it was very soothing, I think she said.
nice.
And I
I'll
wondered
take
if the
that.
kids actually knew what the words of the title even mean. There is a balm in Gilead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad you asked. See, perfect setup. We planned all of this, even my dropping my phone on the keyboard. Perfect. Um, yeah, so back in the day, back before my ancestors were brought here to this country, back before anybody even thought of us humans that are living right now, um, a balm was a medicine, right? So a balm was something that you put on a wound or took to heal a sickness. Um, it's like when you cut your finger and somebody puts neosporin on it, or God forbid, rubbing alcohol on it to clean it before you put a band-aid on it, right? And balm and Gilead was a specific medicine that could supposedly cure anything. It was kind of a mythological creation, right? But back in the olden days, they were like, oh, Gilead has this balm. Balm of Gilead. Balm of Gilead was like the thing that could cure all ills. This magical healing ointment. And what I love about the rest of the song is it says it doesn't talk about physical wounds, it talks about emotional and spiritual wounds. It says, there is a balm to heal the sin sick soul. And for me, I often feel sin sick when I look out at the world and see all the crazy things that are happening. And I'm like, oh my God, it's got to get better. My soul feels sick when I see that. But then it goes on to say, it can also make the wounded whole. So whatever's wrong with you, it can heal. And for me, the reason that I love this song so much is that for me, the balm and Gilead in my life has been spirituals, has been music, but specifically spirituals for me make me feel better no matter what I'm going through. So even though if you are not black, these songs are not a part of your history or heritage, they can still work on you, right? Even if you aren't the one singing them, even if somebody is singing them to you, these songs from a time gone by can just work their magic on you. This is why at the beginning of today I said that spirituals are magic, because they are. They are. They can make you feel whole, right? Um, there's a song, not just Azulao, but and not just Portuguese songs, but there's all kinds of folk songs out there that have been that comfort for the people who made them. And some of my favorites are Irish or English folk songs. I have some Irish in my background. I know that there's a few on this call who probably have some Irish, some pretty overt Irish in their last names on this call. And one of my favorites, I mean, it's a toss up for me between The Last Rose of Summer and something like Down by the Sally Gardens or The Water is Wide. Now, Last Rose of Summer is actually Irish, and so it has a special place in my heart. Um, and what I love about this one is it talks about what it feels like to be the last one of your particular group of people around, right? If you feel isolated now, it can almost feel like you're the last person of your particular group, of your particular age group, if you were a kid at home with your parents, your particular, life story. We're all cut off from our friends and our friend group, physically anyway. And so this song is sad, but it's also so beautiful that it sticks in my mind as well. And I'm just gonna give you the first verse, because it's really really pretty. And if you guys don't know this, you need to know this. Okay, so it goes. 'Tis the last rose of summer, left blooming all alone. All her lovely companions are faded and gone. No flower of her kindred, no rosebud is nigh to reflect back her blushes or leave sigh for sigh. The thing I love about this song and the story it tells is that the words mean one thing, but the melody tells you more than the words can say. Listen to how it goes up and then kind of falls fainting down. Listen to this swoop up. And it'll swoop up again to the same note. And again. And then one last swoop up. It's almost like a rose, the last rose, oh, thank you. It's almost like the last rose in a field where there's a little bit of wind and it's cold and the rose is just drooping a little. It's still so beautiful, just starting to droop, right? I hope that all of you roses out there have at least a little bit of support, friends or family that you are potting with safely. Follow the Drinking Gourd comes to my mind next, not just because it's one of my favorite songs, but also because it's another one of those code songs. And I know that we're coming up to the end of our, or at least the end of my time, so I want to make sure that I get it in there. But I also hear from Hugo that that the water is wide is very important to him. So I might sneak that in right before we do Follow the Drinking Gourd, because I love that one. So I'm just going to do the first verse. But again, the thing that I want you to notice is the story that the melody tells in addition to the words, right? The words, you know, oh, the water is wide, I cannot get over, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and I will row, my love and I. But the melody, the notes of the song, tell the story of longing to get somewhere that you can't get to yet. They go up and then they come down again. They go up and then they come down again. They go up and then they come down again. The notes are trying to get someplace as well, and they can't. They keep coming back to their original level. So just listen to this. And you can sway along with me. You can sing along with me if you know this song. Or you can hum this drone. So either this note or this note. Either or Okay, this is the first verse of The Water is Wide. The water is wide, I cannot get all, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I. Oh, I love that song. There's a couple more verses, so if you don't know it, go and look it up. I might sing it next time we're together. We'll see. But that's for you, Hugo. I hope that was all right. So, Follow the Drinking Gourd. My last thing today. Follow the Drinking Gourd is another code song for getting to freedom from my ancestors. And the Drinking Gourd, I don't know, some of y'all might know this, some of y'all kids might know about this, but the Drinking Gourd is a constellation, a collection of stars in the sky that people used to use to find the way north. North, for most of my ancestors, meant at least a little bit more freedom. So if they could get north, they might have a better chance of survival. And so the words of this song, yes, absolutely, it's called the Big Dipper as well. I like it. Yes. Come through knowledge, come through education. I like it. So the words of this song are repetitive, right? Because when you repeat something, you take it from knowledge into memory, right? Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is a-waiting for to carry you to freedom. You just follow the drinking gourd. So we got 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 line, right? Just like breaking bread together, just like wade in the water, right? That repetition helps you remember things, but it also helps you get a nice rhythm going, right? So if you sway and clap or snap with me, this is the rhythm we're gonna have. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is a-waiting for to carry you to freedom. You just follow the drinking gourd. Again, follow the drinking gourd. Oh, follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is a-waiting for to carry you to freedom. You just follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is a-waiting for to carry you to freedom. You just follow the drinking gourd. Now, you might have noticed that I change the notes all the time. Now, I like seeing all the swaying and the snapping and the clapping. That's great. We're going to do it one more time, but I'm going to tell you something about these notes. Now, if you are from the tradition, right? If you are, oh good, I'm so glad. If you are a Black person, you know that in our traditions, in our musical traditions, the notes that are on the page, the notes that you were taught, are just the start. And really, it's like this in a lot of forms of music, but especially in spirituals. The notes that you learn first are just the beginning of the song. So when I sing this song to myself throughout the day, I almost never sing it plain, right? I might sing, follow the drinking gourd, follow the drinking gourd, for the old man is a-waiting for to carry you to freedom. You just follow the drinking gourd. None of those notes, almost, are the way you just learn to sing the song the basic way. But when the spirit and the magic is moving through me, I know I can just let my voice go and pick the notes at once. This is some of the magic in spirituals as well, right? There is an emotional charge that comes from the history that can take you and your voice and your instrument to new and strange places that you didn't plan, right? So I'm going to play a little bit. I'm going to sing. I'm going to sway. If y'all want to clap the beat, you can. If you want to sing along with me, you can. Now, I want to make one thing very clear before I stop. Spirituals are such an incredible, rooted part of Black culture and Black history that without me, I would not advise the ones of you who are not Black to just go around singing spirituals all the time willy-nilly. But sing this with me. I'm going to let you do it with me, all right? So, 1, 2, a sway and clap now. Follow the drinking gourd. Follow the drinking gourd. For the old man is a-waiting for to carry you to freedom. You just follow the drinking gourd. One more verse. Follow the drinking gourd. Oh, follow follow the drinking gourd. You just follow the drinking gourd. Yes. Thank you all for joining me on what is a very snowy morning for me. It's great to see all of your smiling, shining faces. And I look forward to the time when we are together again, whether it is on screen or in person. Please, yes, bring me your questions. Yes.
So if anyone has a question for Mr. Dargan or wants to share, any thoughts they have about the music, just go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Or you can type it in the chat as well and we can read it out.
Yeah. Anybody brave? Somebody's got to be brave and ask the first one. Let me see here. Let me look at the chat. See, I love this because, I saw all this activity when I was singing and when we were swaying, but now that I want to hear questions, everybody's like, "Oh, not me." If y'all don't ask questions, I'm just going to have to sing one more thing. And I know we don't want that. So, but yeah, anybody, anything. If I don't want to answer it, I just won't. No?
Did you learn to sing like
Hi.
that?
Hi. Oh, hold on. I heard somebody.
How did you learn to sing like that?
And are Hugo, right? Are you Hugo? Hi, man. Good to see you. So, I learned when I was pretty much a baby. So my mom has a really beautiful singing voice, really mellow voice. And my father my mom also plays the flute and the violin. But also my father is a minister and a musician. So he did a lot of jazz when I was growing up. And he's a composer as well, which is probably why I write music too. And he sings, he plays like 5 or 6 instruments, So I was in the children's choir when I was younger than y'all. I was in the children's choir from like 2 or 3 on up. And, back then I was a soprano, which I am definitely not anymore. But I was in the children's choir pretty much my whole like young life. And I just was singing all the time, The important thing for y'all that maybe don't think of yourself as singers is I believe that anybody can sing. You might need more help than some other people, but I believe that anybody can sing or learn to sing. And really all it takes is a lot of time and a willingness to sound a little stupid every once in a while. Good question. Anybody else? Thank you, Hugo, for being the first brave one. I see Killian. Hey, man.
Those of you who don't know, Killian's my first name. They call me Mr. Mooney, Mr. Dargan.
Of course.
It's
Yeah,
such a
they're like,
pleasure to have you here.
they're like, who's this Killian
Hi, Mr.
person you're
Mooney.
talking about?
Hi, friends. How are you? Wasn't Mr. Dargan singing amazing? Let's give him a round of applause. And not just his singing, but everything he taught us about spirituals and all the different kinds of music that he sang for us.
Thank you, guys.
One of those songs I recognize from
Yeah.
The Last Rose of Summer. I recognize.
Yeah.
My dad used to sing that song to me a lot.
Yeah, you're just a little bit Irish, right, Killian? I would think.
Just a little bit Irish.
Just a tad. I mean, it's an honorable Irish name you got there. I like it.
Thank you.
My last
It was
name
such a
is.
pleasure to-
Oh yeah, please.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just my last name is the Irish part of me, but yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, the latency is conspiring against us. Huh?
Oh yeah.
It's just a pleasure to have you and to hear you and to
thank
have
you.
our kids get to hear you, friends. And I could not emphasize more what Mr. Dargan said, that you can all be singers, and you are all singers.
Yes.
I see it every day in our music classes.
Yes.
Keep it up. You just gotta sing every day, right?
I love
every
it.
day, from when you're as young as you are now until you're as old as I am now.
Yeah. Well, we are definitely old. We are old now. The thing that I love about singing, y'all, is that, and I've been playing the violin since I was very young as well, but the thing that I love about singing is that, most instruments you have to pack up in a case to take somewhere. You know, if you're a pianist, probably not, because ain't nobody carrying your piano unless it's a keyboard. But, you know, with my violin, I have to put it in a case and take it somewhere if I want to play. But with the voice, the wonderful thing about it is it's the one instrument, oh yes, that we have with us all the time. And Avery, hit me. You have a question. Where's Avery?
Your music was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Bless you. Thank you for coming. It's good to see you on the screen. I'm not going to embarrass my mom by talking to her and asking her a question, but she's on this call. Tiffany.
Do you have violin lessons?
Did I take violin lessons with a teacher, or do I give them?
Do you give them?
I do. Yeah, I do teach. I tend to just teach the people that reach out to me and want lessons. So if you want that, we can talk. But yeah, I've been teaching for so long. So long. I actually started teaching when I was 11, when I was a kid. So yeah, I do. Thank you, Tiffany. It's good to see your face on the screen. Anybody else have a question? I see a lot of wonderful smiling faces. If you don't have a question, I am going to sing one last song before we depart. Is that okay? Yeah, I see nods. Good. So, this one is a song called Oh Freedom, and it is another spiritual. And it talks about wanting freedom so much that you would rather be dead than not have it. And I really want all of you young ones, especially on the screen, old ones too, but young ones especially, to realize that there are still people in the world, in our country, who are dying, literally dying, for the right to be free, for their right that they already have to be free. And I want to encourage you to find how you can help with another's fight for freedom. Because even if our lives are okay, even if we are comfortable, there is somebody out there that is not. There are black people, there are brown people, there are trans people, there are all sorts of people out there who are still fighting for the freedom to live. We should all be able to live freely. So I'm going to sing you this song. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave to go home to my Lord and be free. There will be singing, oh yes, there will be singing, oh, there will be singing over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom for us all. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. To go home to my Lord and to be free. Thank you all. I'll see you next
I
time.
want to thank you, Mr. Dargan, and if people want to unmute and share their appreciation. Yay!
Oh, okay.
It was really wonderful.
Oh, I hear some cultured
Thank you.
folk out there. Woo!
Well done, Mr. Bye.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Dargan.
Oh.
I'm sure Leah and I would be happy to pass along your contact information if there are additional questions.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't expect. I didn't set out to provide an infomercial, but I did say any questions would be taken, so I put my own foot in it. But thank you all so much. I hope we're together again soon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank everyone for coming.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye
Well
bye.
done, James.
Bye.
Very
y'all.
well done.
Oh, thank you, Mom.